Public information. Please pause the video if you would like to read the complete public information. Subject: Complaint against Councillor Haulwen Morgan. Dear Glynneath Town Council, I refer to the enclosed two documents. Document 1, an 8-page document titled Progressive Supranuclear Palsy, PSP Cluster, Brynhyfryd, Glynneath. Prepared by David Richards of 66 Brynhyfryd. Compiled after consultation with experts on PSP and other academics to include Professor Lawrence I Golbe, MD, a US physician widely regarded as the world's leading expert specialist in this neurodegenerative disorder. The conclusion of the document is that residents of Brynhyfryd are dying from the rare neurological disorder progressive supranuclear palsy. These deaths are almost certainly due to specified and other probable unspecified contamination tipped at the Heol y Glyn landfill site. Public officers who have covered up this contamination are potentially responsible for the unlawful killing of these residents. Document 2. A Freedom of Information request that identifies that Councillor Morgan purposefully disposed of the above report, Document 1, between its hand delivery to her home in Brynhyfryd on the 3rd of May 2021 and the full Glynneath Town Council meeting on the 8th of June 2021, during which the Council only discussed the letter to Councillor Morgan accompanying the report. The report included the following information in relation to our intended outcome for it. This is for the relevant authorities to investigate and to take any appropriate action on the conclusion of their investigation. We would suggest that the Glynneath Town Council should have forwarded the report to Public Health Wales with a request to undertake an investigation into the PSP and other rare neurodegenerative disorder deaths in Brynhyfryd. However, Councillor Morgan failed to provide the report to the clerk at Glynneath Town Council for inclusion in the Town Council meeting. Further to this, she took part in a discussion about the covering letter only, and even though the covering letter mentioned the report itself was not mentioned during the meeting or included on the meeting agenda. If the report had been mislaid, then Councillor Morgan had an opportunity to identify this and question its location. Councillor Morgan did nothing to suggest that anything was untoward during the discussion. She was complicit in allowing the letter to be forwarded to the Neath-Port Talbot Council Planning Department and not Public Health Wales, the appropriate government body. In effect, she misled her fellow councillors as to the nature of the communication they were discussing. Our residents group suggests that this is the purposeful destruction of public information that may have serious consequences to the health of the Glynneath residents whom she is elected to represent. Residents in our street are dying of rare neurodegenerative disorders that are almost certainly linked to toxic waste at the Heol y Glyn landfill site which borders our street. The destruction of this information must be considered to be contradictory to the purpose of the Glynneath Town Council, which is to support the people of Glynneath. The information has been willfully destroyed by Councillor Morgan with malicious intent to support the corporate manslaughter and homicide of the residents of Glynneath by unscrupulous developers, planning-related businesses and public officials at Neath-Port Talbot Council. Yours faithfully, David Richards, Director, Rugby Relics Limited, on behalf of East Glynneath Residents Against Contamination Group.